the teacher section, and you saw the schedule that I was making there. So all the schedule is going to be in the teacher schedule section. I can see my own schedule, what time my classes are, which classes they are, and which room do I have the class in. I can switch between the agenda view, which shows me a list view of all the classes, Friday, Saturday, if there's a class, and I can switch between a weekly view as well. So though that Islamia, obviously this was a demo class, so that's how it's showing, but it wouldn't be here right here. I just added a notification for notice. It had 2 here, so the 2 should disappear any moment because I just saw the notice. There we go. So I can see that the administration sent a notice saying that happy holidays. I can see the image. And as a teacher as well, I can add notices, and these I can only add notices for the classes. I don't add notices for the whole school. So that's a notice board for particularly for the teacher, where you can see the notices, and then you can see you can send notices to the classes. Now this notice board is not just within the school. It's not just within this school app. The teachers and administration can see these notices, but the parents get notification every time a notice has been sent to a particular class if they have their kid in it. Let's say if I have my kid in grade 1 and I choose a section grade like section B, and if my kid studies in that particular grade and section, then I get a push notification that a new notice has been added for this particular kid. Next is my shift section. I can see my shifts. Obviously, I'm not going to add my shifts manually because there's another way of adding. I'll show you in another video that people have their barcodes, they might have their QR cards, or they might be just using their fingerprint logins, and then their shifts, they start their shift and they end their shift with those devices. And then their times, they can see it, that what was the time for my shift, and they can keep track of it, how they're doing in a particular month on a particular week. And the next thing is the classes. So each teacher has classes because of their schedule. Let's say this is my class 2B, and I can go in my class and I see attendance. I can start my class. I can, change the status from present to absent, whatever statuses that we have. I can choose behavior for a particular kid. If they're doing good, I give them 5 stars. By default, all kids are good, so all 5 stars. So my activity is being tracked. Let's say today I started a class. So in the administration section, I can go in teachers. I can go in hey, because that's who I was, and then activity today is 24th. Because I didn't sign in yet, I didn't log in and clock in. I just started the attendance, so you can see just my attendance. And uh, if I go back to teachers, I end the class here. The class has been ended. I know how many the students were present. 3 were present. Start and time, and I can see the details. And I can see history as well for the class, all the days I took the attendance, how many were present, and if I click on it, it will show me the details for that particular day. And I go back. Since I finished the attendance, I can't go and change it. My activity should still show. Yep, I started the class at this time, 9:46, and then 9:47 I ended it. So all the activity that a teacher does, it's stored so the administrator can see it, what the teachers are doing. And then a beautiful section is this classwork section, and I love this part because here the teachers can create assignments, they can create quizzes or tests, they can create midterm exam, final exam, and they're all markable, which means you can mark students based on whatever you post there. And then you have homework, and then you have material, and you can add topics. I'll first start with a topic because that's where everything comes up in a topic. If I start at a topic, I'll just say you can use it with whatever you want. Maybe you just want to make it like, hey, week 1, week 2, week 3. If I press save, that means week 1 has been added, like week 2, week 3, or chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, or just the names of the chapters. So you can add your topics, and then in each topic you can go and create an assignment. Let's say I add intro to programming. just please read uh, constants and variables and submit the assignment. I can choose points for it, let's say 50 points. When is it due? The topic, I can still change it, but by default, wherever I am in, I can choose the topic. And if I want to add an attachment with it, any image, any PDF file, anything I want to add, I can just add the file. Let's say I'll just add this image just for testing, and then I can assign. There you go. It's so fast. Within seconds, you can see how fast this program is, how fast it processes everything. And I see that I've assigned it to 3 students because only 3 students in my class. I can click on the assigned and I can see all the kids that are here. So I can create them. If I create them, the parents don't get the notifications yet. But if I go and add marks for a particular kid, let's say 100 marks, oh, it gives me an error. It said the maximum points are 50 because we chose 50. Okay, I'll just give the 50 points to the kid. I'll say save marks. So it saved mark. It took me back to where I was on the screen. Scrolled me back to in the middle of the point where I assigned. Now it tells me 3 assigned and 1 marked. Total points were 50. I can still view the assignment, marks, details, go back. Took me back where I was. Now I want to go and add a homework. The homeworks are not marked. So read chapter 5. I don't want to give the details, just to let the people know that there's a new homework. I can assign a new homework. There you go, a new homework, read chapter 5. So and as soon as I add a new homework, the parent gets a push notification because the homework is not a markable thing. It's just a notification that you have a new homework. The parents can go to the app because it has a new notification. Then they open it to see that there is a new homework for our kid, and they can read whatever the description or details are. So the parents can keep up to date with the school, whatever the school work the kid is having, whatever homework the kid is having, by just their phone. And it's easy for the teacher to manage it. Now they can add assignments, quizzes, final exam. They can add all these details. They can plan their whole year in just one screen. And then they can just go and you can just add material just for further uses. Like I can add new material and save it even before the class hasn't started or the year hasn't started yet. So I can save the whole year's data here so I can reuse it in future. And another cool thing is, let's say I'm somewhere here, prep quiz, it knows how many you have marked. I go and mark the last kid. Okay, as soon as you mark the last kid, I say save it, took me back where I was, and then you've added the marks updated. You can filter between, because there is a lot of stuff here. There's assignments, homework, quizzes, midterm, final, whatever that is. You can just click filter. You want to see all, or you want to just see assignments. So it'll only show you assignments then. If you only want to see, let's say, homework, it will only show you homework. And then you can remove the filter or just choose all. It'll just show you all the data, assignments, quizzes, and everything. So this is a very handy tool for teachers to create the let's say class plan or course plan, and they can save all the data in one screen for any class that they have. Okay, so this is it for our Paperslips teachers application. We will add more features. We have other ideas to add, in the teachers section, but this is mainly what our application can be used for, and because the purpose of this application is to keep parents engaged. They can see the attendance in their phones. They can see the homework for the kids from their phone. They can see when their assignment was marked, how many marks did they get for the assignment, and everything gets a push notification in the phone.